My name is Amanda Garner. I'm a fourth grade teacher at Mitchell Elementary and a proud JCEA member.
I'm Deb Romig. I'm a health aide at Mitchell. I'm a JESPA member, and my husband and sons are all graduates of Jeffco.
My name's Winnie Newman. I'm a third grade teacher at Elk Creek Elementary and a proud JCEA member.
Hello, my name is Andrew Gittner. I am an English teacher at Golden High School and a proud JCEA member.
Good evening, members of the board and Superintendent Dorland. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. Sadly, I'm here to deliver the exact same message I presented to this board 3 years ago about the exact same issue. You see, in my classroom, I teach my students that it is their responsibility to speak up when they see injustice, no matter who they are speaking against. As such, I feel that it is my responsibility to speak up now. If I were to shy away from this podium because of the people to whom I speak, it would prove me to be a hypocrite in the eyes of those who matter most. I would like to begin by using an analogy to explain my point this evening. Think of our district as a house. Our students are the occupants, the entire reason this house exists in the first place. The roof represents the principals and the assistant principals of each school. They help cover everything that happens in a school. They provide protection and structure for those within. The walls, windows, and doors of this house, those are our AMPs, War and Tech, and electives teachers, and our coaches. They elevate the learning experience for so many students. They let the light in for children who might otherwise struggle in school. The skills they teach and the joy they inspire often create avenues to extraordinary opportunities for our students. Without them, the house would not be worth living in. Next, you have instructional coaches, SELs, learning specialists, librarians, and so many others who provide essential services within the building. Within this analogy, they could be considered the furnishings of the home. They are the difference between an empty shelter and a place to thrive. Then there is the foundation of this house, the classroom teacher. I would think in this arena, it should be well enough known what we do and the load we carry, but I'm not here to speak for myself. In the minds of most, the analogy would be complete with the pieces I've described so far. But while a house may rest on a foundation, that is not all it takes. Underneath the concrete is the solid ground on which everything else depends. That solid ground, the bedrock of this organization, is made up of my JESPA colleagues, our paraprofessionals, facilities managers, secretaries, cafeteria staff, bus drivers, the list goes on and on. Without them, the rest of us could not do our jobs, let alone do them well. Even the most solid foundation crumbles without adequate support. For too long, the people who make all other jobs in this district possible have been treated poorly by those who sit across from them at the bargaining table. During the most recent JESPA negotiation sessions, it has been nauseating and infuriating to watch how they are spoken to by your own representatives, as if they are not even worthy of human dignity. They are paid the lowest wages in the district, and yet they are truly the most critical group of employees. This district has enough money to pay a living wage to all employees, no matter the job classification. That has been demonstrated time and time again by both JESPA and JCEA. It's not a matter of monetary amount. It is a matter of priority and of believing that every employee is worth the cost. As a concrete example, one of my JESPA colleagues at Mitchell shared some data with me. She has worked in our building for 17 years, and yet her annual take-home pay is $5,000 below the current poverty line. 17 years worth of selfless work, 17 years worth of tirelessly supporting students and teachers, and she does not even earn enough to put herself above the poverty level. I ask you to sit with that for a moment. When my JESPA friends talk about being paid poverty wages, they are not exaggerating. I know without a shadow of a doubt that my JESPA colleagues are invaluable to our school communities, but I have to wonder, what is their work worth to you? Is it the position of this administration that JESPA employees somehow deserve to live in poverty, and as such, they should only earn poverty wages? Is that what this board and administration really mean by our people, our strength? To return to the analogy, our house, our district, is in a state of veiled disrepair. It has been for quite some time. While we've hung pretty pictures on the walls and put on a fresh coat of paint or two, the walls are still cracking. The roof is still caving in from a lack of support. There aren't enough furnishings or supplies to meet the needs of our kids. The foundation is crumbling and everything down to the bedrock is unstable. For too long, the focus of this district has been on fixing things by sprucing up the more visible parts, while everything underneath is in disarray. Our students deserve better. We all deserve better. Tonight, I call on this board and Superintendent Dorland to prioritize the people who make this district run. The treatment of my JESPA colleagues by the district representative at the bargaining table runs completely counter to at least 3 of the district's stated values: belonging, excellence, and integrity. There can be no sense of belonging when an entire group of people are treated as less than human. There can be no excellence when it is no secret across the metro that Jeffco pays poverty wages for the hardest work. There is no integrity in treating your own employees with outright contempt just because they stand up against mistreatment and low pay. I would challenge you to consider whether the values this board and the administration shared with the Jeffco community are just empty words, or whether you intend to act in alignment with them. I call on each of you to immediately direct the district representatives to engage JESPA in a manner befitting the district's stated values. If we would not accept a student talking to another human being like they were the dirt under their shoes, why do we accept and allow that from adults at the bargaining table? More importantly, I would ask, why do you accept and allow that from someone that you hired to represent you? As the leaders of this district, you have the ability to establish our collective priorities. If the people who work directly with students by feeding them, transporting them, maintaining their classrooms, keeping them safe and healthy, if those people are not important, if those people are not valuable, not worth the monetary cost, then who is? All of us in this house have gone above and beyond to fulfill our commitment to students time and time again. It is time for you to return that commitment to us. We all deserve a living wage, and we all deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. My JESPA colleagues, most of all. Thank you.